Hello, everyone. Um, so let's talk about one game a month. So basically, I'm conceding February. I actually did a few days ago. Um, kind of part way through February, there was some family stuff that basically took me out of commission for about a week. And at that point, I was looking at my code and what I had done on my Minecraft mod, and I decided there's no way that I was going to get it to the point I wanted it to be. Um, I'll show you what I had. Let's go ahead and run this then. So, um, I had basically gotten most of the framework in. A cow. I went ahead and you can see here made a custom pen for my slime pen. I hadn't put a. I wanted to put a little slime inside that. Now I have my whistle here, which I can use. Whoops, it crashed. I don't know why. Oh, this is probably an invalid slime core. The point was, my whistle could summon slimes until I started messing around with more stuff, and then that was kind of where I ended up. Uh, what I had been doing is working on a behavior kind of registry um, that would allow people to see if I can come up with it. Here we go. All right. Just close, please. I know you're crashed. Um, that would allow people to basically create behaviors and hook them into the behavior system. Um, and that's all fine and good. Where's my pet slime? It should be under entity. By the way, I'm not a fan of working in Java. Everything has issues, but I find that Java is it's super verbose. Like everything I do requires so much, just this and this and this and this and this. So there's going to be. I started figuring out how to sync up data watchers and stuff. And one of the issues I had with working with Minecraft modding is that there was just no documentation, right? So for instance, with data watchers, the tutorials that I saw were like, look at the source code. And I'm like, yes, but what does the source code say about this? What does this mean? What's that 17 there? I know it's the index of the data watcher, and what does it mean? Is it global or is it per entity? How does that work? I don't get it. And the same thing goes for the behaviors, which is why I kind of got stuck, right? Because I had been defining these things. Wait, that's not it. Yeah. So if you check it out here, this is iSlime behavior, and each one is going to would have a handler, and there's a registry down here too, the skill registry, and you would register your skills, um, and then it would dip into the mobility handler, which would set AI tasks, which is how more advanced AI stuff is done in Minecraft, right? So slime actually has almost no AI if you look at it. Excuse me. It just kind of hops around randomly, right? That's its entire thing. But something like a zombie or a tameable thing um, has all these tasks that they're doing. Um, but there's a lot of stuff I don't really get. Like, I'm guessing this is like the class of things, so they can't do both of the things, both these two things at the same time. Um, they can either look idle or they can watch closest. But I don't really get how any of these particular things, actually work together. And it would be a lot of stuff to do within a week or so. So I conceded. I did not succeed for my February one game a month. Um, I have an excuse, but the whole point is not to make excuses. This wasn't the excuse. This was something I expected, and this is probably something I'm going to keep dipping into as I feel like it. Um, just it's opaque. It's very difficult to figure out what's going on with this. I should have. I thought that I was making a relatively simple. Um, how do I put it? It's like I thought I was making a relatively simple mod that I could extend into a more complex mod, which I was, except that with modding you're kind of working blind. You don't know how anything works. There's no documentation. or very little documentation. And what there is very kind of high level, and it's just based on copying what's in the source code. And that's not helpful because I need to extend the source code and figure out my own way to do things. So whatever. I mean, I could have done something else. I could have switched to a different mod. I could have done whatever. I'm tempted to make a tutorial series on modding, probably not getting into entities, but just talking about other stuff. And I might do that at some point, but probably not right now. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to pause my recording and head over to my new thing, and I'll show you what I'm working on for March, because I actually started it several days ago.